Hey everyone, join us in the kitchen as my husband Reid shows us a very delicious and very simple fried noodle recipe. It's mainly about what you already have in your fridge and a few simple ingredients for the sauce. Keep watching and come along with us. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Carrie. This channel is all about Hawaii food and family, and today,
Mama.
Yes, hi. Ellie, say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Today, Reid here is going to show us how he makes a really delicious fried noodle, and one of the reasons why is because Ellie is really into noodles, and Reid he's great at it, so he's going to do that. And what else are you making today?
I figure Carrie said what goes well with fried noodles. We're just going to add in some teriyaki beef. So all I did before she started filming was put a little thinly sliced ribeye into a bowl with some teriyaki sauce and some green onions and some pepper, and that's going to sit there for the duration of us making the noodles, and then we'll fry it up.
So tell me what ingredients you generally put in your fried noodles.
It's very simple, so we don't try to get fancy with like homemade noodles. We just buy the Sun Noodle brand yakisoba noodles. So we have 4 packs. That'll roughly probably make enough for like a couple of days of lunch and dinner maybe for Ellie. Some tofu.
Where's papaya?
Where's what? Papaya?
Oh, we're not having papaya right now.
She loves papaya.
Some firm tofu, because we're gonna fry it. Carrots that Carrie bought from the farmer's market, which we are going to use because they're wilting.
Getting a little soft.
Some green beans, and I don't particularly like green beans, but you know, Ellie and Carrie eat it, and it's healthy. So we're just gonna chop up some green beans, add it in there for some color. Some cabbage to fill it out, not thicken the noodles, but just add more substance to it. And then it's a simple
green onion, yeah? You're gonna add
a little bit of green onion, simple oyster sauce and sesame oil. That's all we need to make a good yakisoba type fried noodle.
All right, let's get to it.
I think Carrie bought these because she thought it looked like Bugs Bunny, and she was interested in having carrots that look like we grew it at home, even though we bought it at the store.
As you can tell, these carrots were a little soft by the time we ended up using them, but we did use them, so they did not go to waste, and they were very delicious in our fried noodles. So the cutting of our ingredients took the longest part of making this dish. So depending on how much time you have, it'll dictate what you decide to put in your fried noodles. Also, we only put vegetables and tofu in ours, but feel free to add Spam or chicken or steak to yours as well to add extra flavor.
Okay, so we've chopped up all the veggies that are gonna go into the noodles, and just wanted to kind of explain what I did. So we just kind of minced up some carrots and some green beans, chopped up some cabbage and some tofu, which is gonna be our main protein, and we're gonna start tossing it in. The key to this, I've learned, is you cook the denser vegetables first. And actually, while talking, I forgot about the onion. So we'll come right back. We have to chop this thing.
Alright, so as Reid is adding in the garlic, I kind of just thought we would catch up, and you know, it's rare where we have these moments where we are cooking. Well, actually, we don't really cook together in the kitchen. I think if anything, I'll cook something or he will cook something. But definitely, I think Reid is the better chef of us. I cook to survive, and Reid will cook, I guess you could say...
Because I want it to taste good.
He wants it to taste good. So tell me, what are some of your secrets, or how do you make sure that things are, I don't know, why are you such a much better cook than I am?
I think I have attention to detail a little bit more than Carrie does. If you guys know Carrie is a very big picture person. Detail is not necessarily
my strong suit.
Where she's at all the time. So I think when it comes to things like cooking, it's a little more difficult for her because it requires patience. You have to have detail. There's an order to which you put things in, right? So like even the cooking of denser vegetables first, I don't think she knew that before we met.
Well, sometimes I'll just throw everything in.
Right, which is why sometimes like things are supposed to be a little bit soft and they're crunchy and so I mean it's fine. You love her for who she is, but at the same time, you know.
I learn a lot from watching Reid cook, and I think, well, even you know, from watching my uncles and my mom and from everybody cook. And I think I would like to be a better cook. Because I know a lot of this channel is me watching people cook, which I'm totally fine with, but I'm also learning as well as we do this, so.
It's funny because we talk about this being a cooking channel, yet the person who owns the channel doesn't cook.
That is a secret, no, but you know, I thought this would be a good dish to share because Reid actually made this for me a couple weeks ago when I had hand, foot, and mouth, and he made this for Ellie.
I didn't get it, by the way.
Yeah, he out of the three of us, you know, we live in the same house, we eat the same food, but he...
Or I may have had it, I just probably didn't get it to like how they had it.
Or he was asymptomatic, I don't know, but anyway, so he was our main chef during that time. He made a really good chicken soup that I think hopefully one day he'll share on his channel as well. But he also made a fried noodle, I think mainly for Ellie, because we know that Ellie just, during that time too, she loves noodles and she didn't want to eat anything very hard, especially because she had sores in her mouth.
Yeah.
So he did make this, and that's why I was like, well, you should really share this on the channel. And so... Yeah.
Cooking the onions just a little bit. They're going to be in here the longest out of any ingredients, so we don't want to wait till they're translucent. Otherwise, they're going to become mushy in the noodles. And then we'll add in the carrots and the beans. And then we'll throw in a little bit of salt. So a lot of this is just to taste. You know, Carrie doesn't like a lot of salt on her food, so I'll tend to make it less salty. And so the hardest thing in this dish is cutting the carrots, because I like to cut them into like thin strips, right? So they're easier to eat, especially for Ellie, she's still developing all her teeth. The smaller the better, less of a choking hazard. And then for babies, because they're long, I think it's less of a choking hazard than if they were like compact.
Yeah, I've learned that for babies especially, whenever we cut any kind of fruit or vegetable, I like to do long and thin instead of like just in half. Like a grape, I like to do it in the lengthwise and make it thin. So what are you adding now? We're
adding in sesame oil just to help with the cooking, but also the flavor and the taste, and you can kind of smell it. A lot of this is not exact measurements, it's to taste. But if you haven't done this before, I encourage you guys to measure things out. You know, roughly, I just threw in around 1.5 teaspoons of sesame oil. And then you can always add more, right? So always add less in the beginning, and then you can always add more at the end. And we'll be putting more sesame oil in here as we cook the noodles. So.
And I'll have a recipe in the description box. I'll have Reid write out his recipe a little bit, so you can follow that along if you would like.
Yeah, so we're throwing the cabbage now.
See the cabbage? Cabbage. Say cabbage. Yeah, Daddy's gonna put noodles in.
Yeah, Ellie's waiting for the noodles.
She's waiting for the noodles. I can smell the sesame oil though, it smells really nice. If you have a fried noodle recipe that you want to share, please let me know as well, because I know everybody makes their fried noodles differently. And the cool thing about this dish, just like fried rice, is that you really can add whatever is in your fridge, and you know, it can be heavily meat based, heavily vegetable based, or a little bit of both, and most times it'll turn out very, very delicious. Okay, good job, Dad. Give him a pat. Oh, very good.
So you want to cook this so that the carrots, the cabbage, even the beans get a little soft, and you can kind of tell by the cabbage, especially it starts to become a little bit more translucent. Once you do that, then you're ready to add in the noodles.
Ooh, look, Eddie, Daddy's gonna add in the noodles. And these noodles already come pre-cooked. These are the ones also that we use for shabu shabu when we make shabu shabu. So it's not like you have to boil them first and then add them in. Okay, good job, Dad.
After we do this and we add in the oyster sauce and the sesame oil, it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
We just have to let it cook a little bit. Just want to toss it a little bit, get the noodles to the bottom of the pan, get some other vegetables up to the top because they've been cooking for a long time. And then as the noodles get softer, they'll break up. And so now that's in there, we're going to throw in our tofu. And the tofu comes with a lot of water, right? So you want to take the water out as much as possible, dry it out before you add it back in so it doesn't water down your noodles. Some sesame oil. And then what makes the noodle dish is oyster sauce. So we always have oyster sauce handy. And I like to put several big globs in here and then start off with that and see how it tastes, and then add in as you want to increase the taste. Oyster sauce is very strong, so you don't want to go too much in the beginning.
Oh, the papaya's not ready yet. Oh, Daddy's mixing the noodles. You see him? You see Daddy mixing the noodles?
I think what we can do is add a little bit more oyster sauce.
Oyster. Can you say oyster sauce? Oyster sauce, yeah. Okay, so we'll let this cook for a little bit, and we'll lower the heat. Okay, so before Carrie tries this, we're going to add in this, I don't know what it's exactly called, it's like
nori flakes. We had this left over from when we made okonomiyaki, so we're just going to use what we have.
It's supposed to just give it like a good green color, kind of, yeah.
There we go.
Like that. Okay, let's try it.
Ellie, please don't. I pulled it all back.
Very nice flavor.
Good.
Good amount of sesame oil, oyster sauce. See, I don't know how you can just like pour it in and just be like, oh, I think it's gonna be good. But
Talented.
good job.
Okay. So we're ready to eat.
Your turn.
Turn this
Try.
down.
The chef has to try his own dish.
I'm pretty sure it's good. Not that I didn't try this before in a different take. Just as good as the last time.
It wasn't recording the last time. All right, let's serve it up to Ellie and we will make the barbecue meat. So after Reid marinated the meat, all he did was literally fry it up in a pan and it was ready to go. Alright, so our lunch today is some noodles, fried noodles, and some teriyaki meat. I'm going to have our chef take the first bite.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
You try.
Let me try. Okay, me first. It's soft. What kind of meat is this? It's soft.
It's like sliced ribeye.
It's good. Good flavor. Salty.
then we're gonna try this.
Try this. Try it.
See how it is.
Daddy's
And all I did was soak this in some teriyaki sauce for maybe about 45 minutes or so. Nothing else, just teriyaki sauce and some green onion.
Are you a proud chef?
This is amazing. So good.
It is good. It is good. All right, well, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is rare that we get an appearance from Chef Reid, so thank you so much for...
You know we're desperate for content.
Thank you so much for cooking on our channel, on my channel, and let me know in the comments if you have any other suggestions that you want to see Reid cook, because again, he's a very good chef. He has a good palate. I think that's what it is too. So
Korean.
with that, hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Shaka, Ellie.
Shaka. Shaka.